Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome to the roadmap for May in Hitman 3. They're going to call it the Season of Pride. They're going to call each roadmap a different season, and to avoid confusion, I'm just going to call it the May roadmap / content schedule or whatever they want to call it, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's just that it's extended from 4 weeks to sometimes 5 or 6 weeks. So from the very top of the blog, I'm going to leave the blog link in the description as well if you want to follow along with me. I'm going to put the most important parts on the screen anyway. But it says from the top, the Season of Pride arrives on May 10th with Act 2 of the 7 Deadly Sins DLC and a full calendar of the upcoming content. From a new elusive target to the return of a featured contracts created by the Hitman community, the Season of Pride has got something for everybody. Let's get straight into it and start with the Season of Pride roadmap trailer. So Clemens does a video on the Hitman official YouTube channel, so you want to check that out if you want to, if you want a quick rundown of what's coming out this month. But if you want a more detailed look, you best just stay here. So at the top it says 7 Deadly Sins Act 2 Pride DLC is what's going to come up first. So the 7 Deadly Sins DLC continues with Act 2 Pride, taking you further into the mind of Agent 47. Prove yourself to be a proud assassin and get your hands on some unique new gear and items. The proud swashbuckler, the majestic, and the Narcissus suit can be all yours. Unlock them by playing the Pride Profusion escalation, where you'll be faced with different challenges depending on the selections you make. Find the peacock to begin. And yeah, I'm sure it'll be more clearer once we get a hold of the actual escalation itself. The servers are currently in maintenance right now, so I'll get to that once it's up. So it says each act of the 7 Deadly Sins are to be purchased individually or together at a reduced price as part of the 7 Deadly Sins collection. I think overall you only save about £2 or £3 or something like that. So overall, buying the entire collection without even knowing what's in it is not advised by me. I don't advise that. I advise you to just get them individually. If you fancy that particular month's worth of DLC, just buy that one. You know what I mean? It will save you a lot of money in the long run, rather than getting something you don't really want. Next is the Sebastian Principle, and it says in brackets tutorial escalation. It says we start this month with a bonus escalation that acts as a tutorial of sorts for Hitman 3 players. This escalation will be available to all Hitman 3 players, and it will be encouraged as the starting point for anyone playing the Hitman 3 free starter pack. Just so we're clear, this one isn't aimed at experienced players. We're happy to say that point blank. So it's going to be really easy, and it's probably going to involve something very simple like poisoning the target or something like that with some lethal poison or something like that, something along those lines. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. I will get around to doing it anyway. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. The next thing is the Iconoclast Elusive Targets. This is a new elusive target for Hitman 3. Hitman 3's next elusive target arrives in Mendoza on May 12th. And says yes, that is in just 2 days away, and yes, it's a Wednesday. I'm not completely sure why they brought this out on a Wednesday. Usually elusive targets are reserved for Fridays because, you know, people have more free time on the weekends compared to weekdays. But this is available for 12 days. So I'm not sure. I don't know. It says we're starting this one a little earlier than usual, but we're also giving you longer to play it. For 12 days, you'll have one chance to infiltrate Mendoza and eliminate the Iconoclast. Once you've updated the game, you'll see the countdown clock for their exact arrival time already live in the game. We'll double and triple check that they leave as planned too. So what they're referring to there is when I pointed out on my last video that a lot of people's last elusive target, the politician, left a day early, unfortunately, and I couldn't actually complete it on console for that reason. So unfortunately, I've missed out on the elusive targets. Yeah, but that's my fault for really leaving it for the last minute. But at the end of the day, they made it leave a day early. So I don't know. It's both our faults, I guess. Moving on, it says that the location rotation, which is the icon in Sapienza, says we're rotating in the icon as the next location for all Hitman 3 players to enjoy for a limited time. Sapienza by night with a movie set taking over the plaza. Sounds like fun. Enjoy it between May 14th and May 23rd. So you get to play that Hitman Season 1 bonus mission, the Icon, for free for a week. So you can get downloading that on May 14th. And next part is, it says the Spawn on Me featured contracts. 2 batches of featured contracts are on the roadmap for the Season of Pride. On the 20th of May, we hand over to Khalif Adams from the Spawn on Me podcast to showcase their interpretation of a Pride-themed contract or 3. Next is the Pascal Consortium. This is an escalation. It says head to Mendoza, commandeer the Falcon, and eliminate your targets in a new escalation. No winter soldiers are needed when 47's in town. Do him proud. So we have to basically be instructing the sniper guy to snipe our targets, I guess, is the thing, because that's what Falcon is, if I recall correctly. Next, the location rotation for Paris. This is make it big, bold, and impossible to ignore. I can't say that without thinking of the woman actually saying those lines.
Make it big, bold, and impossible to ignore.
This is with newly appointed head designer Sebastian Sado at the helm. Tonight's show should be no exception. Cut.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
It says play Paris for free starting on May 28th all the way up to June the 6th. So again, you've got another week to play Paris for free if you haven't got Paris already. So that's a cool start for that. And if you do download Paris that week, you have an opportunity to take on the Black Hat Elusive Target that comes out this week. It says that the second Elusive Target this season takes you to Paris on the hunt for the Black Hat Hacker with the penchant for a certain Alabama jam. Make sure they never taste it again. This Elusive Target also overlaps with the Paris location rotation, which will mean it's available for Hitman 3 owners and free starter pack players as well. So you'll have the opportunity to complete this Elusive Target as well. And it's not a bad one either, it's pretty good. So next is the Hitman community featured contracts. We're proud to have the Hitman community back in the driver's seat for the second batch of featured contracts. We'll soon share details about how to submit your contract. So yeah, that's all there is. Next is the game update. This is Hitman 3's next major patch will arrive on June 14th to end the season of Greed and start the next season of Sin. I'm guessing they meant Season of Pride. The next patch will prepare the game for all new content arriving in that season, as well as bring improvements, tweaks, and fixes too. So as a summary as well, it will show you the full thing on the screen now. It says coming to Hitman 3 owners during the Season of Pride, May 10th to June 13th. First of all, Act 2 Pride, 7 Deadly Sins DLC. Also on May 10th is the Sebastian Principle, which is a tutorial escalation of some sorts. On May 12th we have the Elusive Target, so that's going to be the Iconoclast in Mendoza for 12 days, so we have to take her out. And next is the Pascal Consortium, which is an escalation taking place on May 27th. And then we have the featured contracts, of course, by Spawn on Me. And then we have the other featured contracts for the community. And from May 14th we have the Icon for free for a week. And then finally on May 28th we have the Paris that's available for free for a week as well. So there's plenty of stuff there. For experienced players, the Icon and the Paris, you're already going to have that, including myself. We're already going to have those things. But I like the fact that it's given more people a taste of some of the best stuff in the game. The Icon is amongst one of the worst missions in the game, though. Not going to lie. But Paris is definitely amongst one of the best missions overall in the entire series. So it's a mix of good and bad there, in my opinion. But overall, yeah, it's adequate amount of content, I guess. But the majority of it comes this week because we've got the 2 escalations today, including the DLC escalation. We've got the Elusive Target on Wednesday, and then on Friday is the other escalation, if I'm not mistaken. Have I got that wrong? I probably have got that wrong. Anyway, that's what we're in store for coming up for in May for all the content. Obviously, I'm going to cover every single thing there is on this list. I still haven't got around to do the last batch of featured contracts either. I'm going to get around to doing that at some point this week, hopefully, when I can find time for it. But yeah, overall, that is going to do it for this one. So until the next video, which is going to be the DLC video for the DLC escalation of the Season of Pride. Apparently you can do this in multiple methods, which changes the outcome depending on what you're doing. I'm going to basically put a video out there of the best method I can come up with, but you know, it's always going to depend on what you can come up with as well at the end of the day, because it's supposed to have replayability, but we'll see that. We'll come to that in probably a live stream or something like that, to see how many different methods and different ways you can do it. But I'm going to show you the best method I can come up with, and that's hopefully be adequate. So that's going to do it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and hit the bell notification to be notified of all future videos and live streams. Consider supporting me on Patreon, or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below or clicking the link in the description. Also, let me know in the comments what you think of this month's content. You excited for it? Are you disappointed? Let me know. Just want to say a big shout out to my Psycho Assassin members as well. I really do appreciate you all. Paul Lilly, Big D, Argel, Bedry, Mark Davis, Constantine Mueller, Isaiah Blake, Nico Senpai, Anas A, Chris, JD, Ryan Ortiz, and True Gamer. I really do appreciate all your Psycho Assassins memberships. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.